This episode of Over the Boards with Coach Lee Patten is brought to you by Sanford Health of Bemidji. Coach Lee, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Coach Lee, what has been the most exciting thing for you this season with the Axemen?
I think just being a little more involved with coaching on the field and being more involved with the players and different activities we're doing.
On game day, what role do you serve, and what are your responsibilities with the coaching staff?
Well, I think mainly just talking to the guys individually, just trying to encourage them, uplift them a little bit, get them focused on the game. During the game, coach has me watching for drop passes, penalties on the offense-defensive line if they're jumping off sides and things like that, so that we can look at things at halftime and just focus in on a player if he's, causing more problems than we need, and so he doesn't have to do that.
Mm-hmm. Now, Coach Lee, you're a Hall of Famer at Bemidji State, played football there. What's been the biggest learning curve for you learning indoor football compared to outdoor football?
Well, I haven't coached or played for over 35 years probably. I did a little high school coaching out of college, and of course played college. And in college we didn't use the type of system that Coach Wooden uses with the X's, X, Y, Z and stuff. We back in the day we pretty much drew it in the sand and ran our plays, but so that's been an adjustment, learning that and the speed of the game. And I guess the formations and understanding where X is, Y is, and so on. But that's starting to come. Every day gets a little bit better. Because I'm a little more involved with what's going on day to day, and Dixie talks to me about what his offense and defense is. I'm learning the terminology and then be able to watch it on the field. It's just starting to become familiar again.
And what's it been like with the coaching staff this year? I know last year we didn't have as many coaches, and now this year we have more position-specific coaches. What's that been like?
Well, I think it's an advantage. The more eyes you have on these players, the more you can help them. Plus they don't get away with as much. They can't go and hide. You keep them busy, and in practice we have different stations and things that there's always something for them to do. They're not sitting around. Last year there got to be a lot of sitting around and wasted time at practice, and we didn't accomplish much.
What's one thing you're most excited about this season and looking forward to?
I think, with a new group of guys, it's just being able to watch them progress and gain confidence as the season's progressing now. I expect, it's just going to continue. I know Coach is very organized in what he wants to do. I've been around a lot of coaches as a player. I coached with a lot of different coaches in my high school coaching days, because I coached a lot of sports, and I've not been around a guy that understands the game as well as he does, and it's really a lot of fun to learn from him, because it's just so ingrained in him that once he gets his players understanding it, it's so simple that we're going to be pretty hard to beat.
If there was one thing you could tell Axemen fans in the Bemidji community, what would you like to tell them?
Come out and see a game. I was just talking to a guy today when I had lunch, and he had an Axemen hat on. And I said, "Are you a fan?" And he said, "Well, I am, but I haven't been to a game yet because I've had to work." And I said, "Man, you got to get there." And he says, "Yeah, I've got a family that goes and say the same thing." And I said, really, until you've been to a game, you can't judge what the game is. And for everybody, it's different for everybody. Some like the entertainment part of it. Mm-hmm. Some like the game. Some don't understand the game, but they like them all flying around and hitting each other. And there's all aspects that you can enjoy.
Coley, it's game day. What's your favorite pregame meal?
Any meal.
Any meal?
No, I don't really have a favorite. I think the sponsor we have that feeds us for pregame is awesome. Every time we go there, it's a great meal.
I know Novo's one of them. I've heard from league members that they say Novo's one of the best places in the league that for a pregame meal. Usually the guys get 3-4 plates of food, so
Yeah,
I know that's definitely a
right.
favorite around the IFL. Oh, are you single, Coach Lee?
No, I'm not single.
You're taken.
Yeah, 40. It'll be 43 years this November.
43.
Yeah.
Looks like I got a ways to go. All right, Coach Lee. I know I have rode in the car with you before, as has Adam, so I know what kind of music you listen to. I think I remember going to Rosa once with you and having like the 60s jazz and some stuff. If there was one song to get you pretty excited for a game, what would that be?
I was thinking about that earlier, and I'd have to go back to when I played basketball. And I don't know if it was down the lazy river or up the lazy river. And it was kind of a swing song or something that our pep band would play. And that got me juiced all the time, so.
Where's your favorite place to eat in Bemidji, Coach Lee?
I like Hurricane. I like Applebee's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all here from Over the Boards with Coach Lee Patten, brought to you by Sanford Health of Bemidji.